Hello, beautiful souls. This is Marna here with your daily energy read. I'm using the Spirit Within Tarot by Stephen Bright. I don't think I've used that on the channel before. I've had it for a while. It's just been sitting off in a corner, so it's time to give it some exercise again. I do like this deck because it is a little bit different from your standard Rider-Waite. So let's get into our read. It's Saturday night. It's time to celebrate, right? So, as we are moving into a time period of celebration, we're moving into a time period of finding people of like mind. This may not necessarily be romantic, but it is people who think like we do. Finding those people and celebrating their presence in our lives. These may be people with the same passions. These may be people with the same inner knowing. But yes, there is a significance when you have a king and the high priestess out together. As we are moving forward, we are finding people who have many of the same common interests that we do. We are finding people who have similar passions, similar pursuits, similar goals, similar ideas of what they want out of life. And as we do this, it is up to all of us to be discerning as to how these people will fit into our lives. It is very, very easy to meet someone of your desired gender who is passionate and enthused and ready and willing to talk to you about anything and everything and has the same interests and the same goals, and you sit there and think, oh, this person might be the person that I'm meant to spend the rest of my life with. And you completely negate that this person may be the person that is meant to clue you into a few new things and then go their way. So as you move forward with these new people coming into your life, as you are celebrating this commonalities you have, and you should celebrate this to its fullest, enjoy what this brings to your life, but remember, not every person you meet is your soulmate. Not every person you meet is your twin flame. Not every person you meet is meant to be with you forever. You already know this. Trust your intuition about a person. If you are all caught up in the new shiny person syndrome, give yourself time to get to know the real person, not just the new shiny. You know. You already know if a person is meant to be in your life for a reason, a season, or forever. It is up to you to follow that knowing, rather than risking heartbreak by getting too involved too fast with someone who isn't meant to stay. Okay, well, that was an interesting start. So, expect some messages to be coming in. These messages may come at you from directions you don't expect. They may contain information you don't expect. In fact, they probably will. However, when you glean through the messages, read between the lines, read the subcontext or the subtext on all of them, because there will be bits and pieces there that will help direct you in the direction that you are meant to go. It's not going to come in the form you're expecting. It's not going to look like what you thought your life would look like. But it is going to show you the avenues of pursuit that you internally know you are meant to follow. Don't be afraid of chasing it just because it's something new. Don't be afraid to go after it just because it is outside of what you expected. And sometimes following that true passion of your heart, following your true vocation, not your job, your vocation, means that you will leave behind things that you never thought that you would leave. And that is okay too. The Six of Swords in this deck is not the sort of leaving, or is not the card of leaving relationships. It is the card of leaving behind that which you have known in pursuit of gaining more. It's very similar to the Eight of Cups, except this one is related more to taking your knowledge, taking your work, and moving forward with that. And that's what this card is calling you to do. In this card, the gentleman propelling the boat is the blacksmith who forged the swords, and he's taking them to market so he can pass on his knowledge and the product of his labors. And that is what it's time for you to consider doing as well. Leave the comfort and safety of your forge so that you can go into the marketplace and pass on what you have learned. The forge changes all of us, even those who think that we control how the metal is shaped. It's time to leave the forge and reveal to the world what an incredible blade you are. If you were wondering if I knew what I was talking about, yeah. This is a predestined event. We all have them. The wheel does this to all of us. There's, if you are a fan of Doctor Who, there are certain things that the doctor can't prevent because they are preset in time. And all the doctor can say is, I am so very, very sorry. You are coming up on one of those events. It will change things. How you react to it will change things even more. Be prepared to see the wheel turn, and be prepared to deal with the repercussions of that, because it is going to change major aspects of your life. And it's going to change those aspects for the better. Times when we are caught in the turning of the wheel are by nature tumultuous because we try to resist them. We close our eyes and shove our fingers in our ears and say, la 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 la, I can't hear you, and try to prevent the change from happening. And it happens around us anyway. My friends, it is time for you to embrace that change. It is time for you to open your eyes, pull your fingers out of your ears, face this like an adult. And as you do, as you accept and embrace the change, the next steps that you need to take will be laid out in front of you like shiny golden stones on the road. It really is that simple and that crucial a thing. You're going to be offered a multitude of choices in deciding where you want to go. Remember what I said here. How you choose to react to that change has an impact, has repercussions. Make your choices wisely. Choose your goal. You have the options. Decide what you are going to work towards. Once that choice is set, then you'll start seeing the factors falling into place that will bring your option closer and closer to you. Yes, you still have to do the work. Yes, you still have to balance out the scales. But it will get so much easier once you have that clearly defined goal. And then the abundance of your life is free to come in. Everything that you are going through now, all of this turmoil, all of the uncertainty, all the reasons you're turning to tarot readers on YouTube to try and find a way through, is because you are resisting the path that is laid out before you. And I understand why you're resisting it out of fear. Fear of change does that to people. Embrace it, and everything becomes clearer for you. If you're feeling that you do not have the knowledge needed to even see what this change is, much less embrace it, find a mentor. You already have an idea of where you would like to go in life. Find someone who is there. Read biographies. Reach out to them and see if they can have the time to talk to you in person. Mentorship should never be discounted. None of us are meant to be going through this alone. Having a guide makes all the difference. So yeah, find someone who's already living your dream life. Find someone who has done the things that call to your soul. Read their books, read their web bios, reach out to them and ask for advice. Because any true teacher is going to understand the importance of providing that guidance. It is in seeking that guidance that we manage to avoid the pitfalls of those who went before us. So as our questing knight goes along, he'll see where another knight got delayed by picking flowers in a field instead of going forward, or got delayed by drinking from a fountain instead of continuing on his quest. We all learn from the pitfalls of those who went before us. We learn which steps to follow in the path of, and we learn which steps to avoid. Reading about failure is just as important as reading about success. I think what this all comes down to for each of us is we have a dream that we have nurtured since we were kids of where we want to be when we grow up. I'm 49 years old. I still am not sure what I want to do when I grow up, but I do know that reading tarot cards is part of it. I do know that being here if people contact me and say I need advice is part of it. And it always has been. What dream have you been carrying since childhood? When you were little and people asked you what you wanted to be, what did you say? I went through a period when I was 5 of telling people I wanted to be a cryptozoologist. That really floored them. That hasn't changed. I still want to find out what's hidden in the world around us, what's out there. So what is your dream? And how do you bring that into your current life? Your guides are trying to show you the way already. Trust them. Okay, so yeah, that was our read for today. Thank you for listening all the way through. Please like, subscribe, comment, and share so this message can reach the people who need to hear it. If you would like to schedule a private read with me, all of my information is in the box down below. Have a beautiful day, my friends, and I will see you tomorrow.